Cruising with a skank, hey. But you know the kush thing, and you know that, 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 yeah. I'm the Mills BEST, and you know that. Bunch of pussy niggas stay watching me, and you know that. Cheat off of me, I'm the Kodak. I be with the game, throwing up signs like a protest, and we gon' flex. I be charging 6 figures, nigga, no less. I always keep a cool head, bitch, I don't stress. And you can catch me outside with the stick like recent 5,000 on my wrist, looking like a traffic light. 100K in the whip, so we don't stop it like nigga fuck throwing hands. I'm picking up the stick to fight. Gucci slides and sweats, turning up the club at night. Hey, you better get your head straight. A nigga from the mill that pay the bills, I run the bank. I be whipping down 94, cruising with a skank. Hey, a nigga smelling good, but you know the kush stank. And you know that, yeah, you know that, 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 yeah. I be chillin' in the crib playing Call of Duty. Every time a nigga phone ring is new booty. I be hanging up on bitches when they getting moody. White tee in the club dressing up doesn't suit me. Y'all niggas goofy, you niggas bootleg. I live the life you see in movies. I keep the cig with me smoking niggas like a Lucy. I put that on my kids. I be fresher than some Louis. 5,000 on my wrist, looking like a traffic light. 100K in the whip, so we don't stop it like nigga fuck throwing hands. I'm picking up and stick to fight. Gucci slides and some sweats, turning up the club at night. You better get your head straight. A nigga from the mill that pay the bills, I run the bank. I be whipping down 94, cruising with a skank. A nigga smelling good, but you know the kush stank. Yeah, you know that. Yeah, you know that. And you know that. Yeah, you know that. And you know that. And you know that. And you know that. And you know that. Boy. I be with the gang throwing up signs like a protest. And you know that. And you know that. Ooh, wake that ass up, baby. Welcome back to another episode of Wake That Ass Up. I am your host, Leroy Mitchell. We're bringing you sports, news, entertainment, life, and all that good stuff today. All right, we about to get it started and popped off with some sports today because we got some football games coming on here soon. The Bills about to play the Jaguars here at 12. And yesterday we had some crazy NFL games. So we're gonna start off with some NFL action, get into some football. Then we're gonna talk about Trump and him trying to take over Greenland, because Greenland and they people talking about we ain't taking it, we ain't having it. You ain't about to just come over here with no army and do it. But if you've been paying attention to what's going on in Venezuela, they got some of their guard people that have released some reports about how Maduro was captured and how America went into Venezuela and captured Maduro and what tactics they used and what technology they used. And man, that's why I'm in America. That's why I'm in America, because we got some shit people don't know about. If you think that you safe, man, you're not fucking with America. I'm telling you, we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it because we got some shit that have you. Everything you see in the movies, America got it probably. In terms of weaponry and technology, all that stuff. I'm telling you, America got some stuff. Y'all better look into DARPA. You better look into it. We're gonna start with some NFL. So let's go ahead and check this out. Look at Caleb Williams. Man, the NFL playoffs is legit. Always has been. Man, what they talking about? You can feel what coming. You can feel what coming. We don't care about that. We gonna talk about some of this playoff action. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, look at this game. Man, this game was crazy. So if you were up last night watching this game, you were probably highly entertained, because the Packers got up early. They were up 21-3, looking like they was about to dog walk the Bears. But Caleb Williams and the Bears got some mental fortitude and some swagger and something. They ready to play. They ready to do what they got to do, because they made a tremendous comeback, and that game was amazing. So if you're into football, if you're into sports, it's seeming like these NFL playoffs this year about to be just competitive. It doesn't seem like there's one team that can just go out there and just run through everybody. So I'm excited to kind of watch these games because you don't know. I mean, the Panthers took the Rams down to the wire.
I checked Allstate first and
Like
saved
down to
hundreds
the
on
wire,
auto
down to the
insurance.
wire. Well, let's check it out here. Yeah. So look, the Rams barely beat the Panthers, and the Panthers 8-9. 34-31. And that game was crazy too. And it was close. Came down to the wire. The Rams had to go down there and get a touchdown late to come through and beat the Rams. I mean, to beat the Panthers. And the Panthers aren't even a great team. They got to the playoffs because their division is so bad that at 8-9, you can actually make the playoffs because you won your division. That's the only reason. But besides that, that team wouldn't have made it based on record. So for them to be putting up 31 points against the Rams, that was a great game. I don't know if y'all watched it, but it was great. I was highly impressed by that game. And then the Packers and the Bears. The Packers got up early. Look at this, man. 21-3. Up early. 21-3. And they let the Bears score 25 points in the fourth quarter. Bro, you gotta fire Matt LaFleur. Bro, Matt, you gone, bro. There's no way. You let the Bears score 25 points in the fourth quarter to beat you? Nah, that ain't gonna cut it. Hey, they gotta get the floor. You gotta get up out of here. And I'm a Vikings fan, so I can't even talk shit because my team didn't make it. But we would have did a little bit. Nah, we wouldn't. My quarterback ass. But LaFleur, that's just bad coaching. He was just coaching terribly on defense. I don't know what they were doing on defense, but the coaching wasn't great. But today, let's talk about some games today. We got the Bills and the Jaguars. Oh, that's going to be a fucking game. Then we got 49ers and the Eagles. Oh, that's another game. Chargers and Patriots. Oh, that's another. Man, they got games. The NFL hit. I don't know what y'all talking about, but it's 11:47 at 12 o'clock. I already got my screen ready. Okay, I'm ready for the Bills and the Jaguars. I'm about to be watching. I'm ready. Y'all think I played? I ain't played. I'm ready for the Bills and the Jaguars, man. As soon as it hits, I ain't playing around. Soon as it hit, I'm watching. I'm about to be watching. I'm gonna still be talking some ish here too, but I'm about to be peeping because I know that game about to be great. I got the Jaguars beating the Bills. Let's go, Trevor Lawrence. Let's go, Trevor Lawrence. I got the Jaguars beating the Bills. Okay. Um, I'm 2-0 right now. I called both games yesterday, so I don't want to even hear it. I did it on the channel too, so people can't even say nothing. Let's see if I can get these. I got the Jaguars beating the Bills. I know it's gonna be tough. Josh Allen, I need you to have a bad game today. Now I'm just playing. Josh Allen, the only hope the Bills really got. But I'm going with Jaguars. They've been just toughing out some games. Now this next game, Eagles and the 49ers. Ooh, you just don't know. That one just feels like turnover after turnover about to be happening in that game. So I'm about to roll with the motherfucking Eagles just because they at home and they got that Super Bowl last year and you never know. I'm gonna go with Jalen Hurts. Okay, I'm gonna go with Jalen Hurts. I'm gonna roll with Saquon. But I don't know. I don't know. The 49ers weird. I don't know how the hell they got 12-5 with all them injuries this year. I don't get it. That was great coaching by the 49ers this year. But I'm still rolling with the Eagles. I'm gonna roll with the Eagles. And then this next game. Woo! Chargers and Patriots. Who thought the Patriots would be back on top, baby? The Patriots back on. Who thought the Patriots would be back on top of the world? Ooh, look at the Patriots. I don't know if they're gonna beat the Chargers though. So you got a young quarterback in the playoffs. I might have to go with Herbert. Even though Drake May been balling this year. Damn, hold on. Let me look at Drake May's stats. Let me start playing on. Let me start fronting on May real quick. What we got? That boy got 31. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. Is Diggs playing? Diggs gotta be playing. If Diggs ain't playing, then I don't know. That's a tough one. Let me see. Okay, that's a tough one. I got Jaguars beating the Bills. Eagles beating the 49ers. I like the Patriots, man. I do. I just don't know. I got Chargers. I'm going Chargers. I'm going Chargers. Chargers gonna beat the Pack. I just can't. I can't. I gotta go with Herbert. I feel like Herbert gotta get it done. And Harbaugh's brother just got fired, so I feel like he pissed off. So he gonna come out coaching well. I hope so. I don't know. I go man, I like the Patriots, okay? That's a game. If I get that one wrong, I'm gonna be a little disappointed, but I'm going Chargers, okay? I'm going Chargers. And then we got Monday night, Texans at Steelers. I'm sorry, Aaron Rodgers, they sending you home, bro. That defense mean. Texans gonna beat the Steelers. All right, that was an easier one for me. So this is what we got for NFL today. Bill's about to come on at 12. Let me know if y'all use my picks and you make some money. Go ahead, slide some through the channel. You know, nah, you ain't gotta do that. Just let me know if you want or not. I just want to know if I was right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna know anyway. I'm about to watch, but I just want to know if I was right or wrong. I do believe NFL playoffs is the best playoffs out of all of the sports. I don't think any of the other sports can compete with the NFL playoff system and how it builds up excitement leading into its like conclusion, which is the Super Bowl, which is like obviously for a lot of years was like the most viewed thing ever and shit. So I do believe that the NFL has the best product when it comes to sports and entertainment in the National Football League. And it's crazy because they only play, what, 17 preseason games, 20. They only play like 21 games, 22 games with that Hall of Fame game, maybe, or some on the Pro Bowl. Maybe like 22 games, right? In terms of like the season, like all the way through from preseason to the Super Bowl and even like the little Pro Bowl thing they do, right? Over like that, what, 22 weeks or something like that is, or something like that out of the year. So they're not even on TV half the year, but they're still pulling in buku money, more ratings. Like the NFL is just a good product. So I think the other sports can take from the NFL in terms of less is more. I'd rather have 16, 17 games that are super competitive because you can't be losing no games. Even one loss could get you ain't gonna make the playoffs. And then when you get to the playoffs, it's one game at a time. And if you lose, you out. That's just the feel of that is just great. It's cool to have a 7 game series, game sevens and all that. It's cool, but the teams can go out there and lose, and there ain't no urgency. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we got a couple more games. Nah, hell nah. I like the NFL, but you better you go out there. You better win. I don't care if you're the 1 seed, the 2 seed, the 3 seed. It don't matter. You better win. If you don't win, you going home, and that's the great thing about the NFL. All right, let's talk about some of this shit in terms of the technology they got out right now in the US of A. Because if y'all don't know what we got in the US of A in terms of technology, we got some shit. So I'm gonna play this little clip of what transpired in the capture of Maduro and his wife, and they just gonna explain some of the tactics that we use. And this is like these statements and things are coming from like the guards and things like that. So we're gonna see what they talking about. So it said U.S. forces launched surprise attack on Maduro. "20 elite raiders hundreds of regime guards were killed instantly." So let me break down what the report read like though real quick what the guard said. So the guard said essentially everything was all cool and good in the neighborhood. And then, some drones started flying over and shit. Nothing too crazy. And all their radar systems shut down. Then some drones started flying over. Then some helicopters came. Then 20 men dropped down with some crazy technology and just iced a bunch of people right away. And then on top of that, they had this weapon, that sound weapon, that had people bleeding through their eyes and nose and vomiting and all this other stuff. And they went up in there and grabbed Maduro real quick. Using some other technology too as well. So they was able to shut off all their radar systems. So they couldn't even do nothing. They sent drones, and the drones did whatever the hell the drones did. Who knows? They probably did something crazy too with that. Then they using sound wave weapons that don't nobody know about. You can't get that at Walmart nowhere. They got people literally like they got in the movies. Your whole stomach's coming out your insides and all this other stuff. And that's just some of the stuff. We don't even know everything. We don't even know everything. That's just some of the stuff. All right, so sonic weapons and all types of shit. So when you think about America and you think about what we're capable of, and you look at all these other countries and our adversaries and what they say they can and cannot do, like I think Donald Trump is just putting on a display of what is possible. And not like a big display, but like a light display. Like here's a small example of what we could do with 20 men, a few helicopters, and some sound machines. We can go in there and obliterate hundreds of men, no problem, who are heavily armed, go in the compound, take their president out, and leave, and not one person was killed on the American side. No casualties. That was 20 of them. What if they got thousands of these motherfuckers? Like America got some shit, okay? Like we got some stuff. Like you gotta look into DARPA, okay? I ain't about to do it for you because that's how they be coming for you and shit when you be giving people too much information. But you gotta look into DARPA. I'm telling you, look into all these advanced weapons we've been creating because America got some shit, and that's why I say when it comes to war and it comes to survival and all of that, you want to be in America at the end of the day. We just got some shit that other people don't got. Like there's not many places you really want to be when it comes to survival, but one place that you probably want to be is America. That's why I don't blame none of them immigrants for trying to come over here. I don't blame nobody for trying to get over to America. Fuck the bullshit. You saw what happened in Venezuela. You saw they sent in 20 raiders. I don't know what a raider is. What the fuck is a raider? That's probably some shit off Halo. They sent in 20 dudes from Halo and cleared out shop. They only needed 20. And some drones. Who knows if those even men? Them could have been some advanced AI robot character. Man, who knows? Who knows? But the guards, the Venezuelan guards, the ones that did survive, they straight up was like, nah, man, you ain't got no chance. The way they did this, we had no chance. They came in just ice everybody. So now you got Trump talking about going to take Greenland. And then you got Greenland talking about how they gonna defend. Like, I don't know. They might send in 30 guys to get it done.
On board with a possible U.S.
I'm not talking about money for Greenland yet. I might talk about that. But right now, we are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not, because if we don't do it, Russia or China will take over Greenland, and we're not going to have Russia or China as a neighbor. I would like to make a deal, the easy way, but if we don't do it the easy way, we're going to do it the hard way.
Boy, Greenland, you better make that deal.
And by the way, I'm a fan of Denmark too. I have to tell you, and they've been very nice to me. I'm a big fan, but the fact that they had a boat land there 500 years ago doesn't mean that they own the land. I'm sure we had lots of boats go there also. But we need that because if you take a look outside of Greenland right now, there are Russian destroyers, there are Chinese destroyers and bigger, there are Russian submarines all over the place. We're not going to have Russia or China occupy Greenland, and that's what they're going to do if we don't. So we're going to be doing something with Greenland, either the nice way or the more difficult way.
This is life. I think people have been living in La La Land for so long because, and with the Democrats in office, and I'm down the middle. I ain't a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I don't vote for none of these motherfuckers. I just look at this shit and I call what I see. All right. With the Democrats in office, I ain't gonna lie, it was La La Land. I don't know what the hell people were on. People were on all types of damn happy drugs, got them thinking one way, doing things the wrong way, not looking at life how it actually is. Life is very simple. Okay, it's about survival and reproduction. That's all life is. Survival and reproducing. That's it. That's it. Everything's already here. Everything's already here. So you need to survive and reproduce. That's what life really is about. So on the large scale, the macro, what the games that Trump plays, that we all should be trying to play, to be honest, that's heavily survival. and reproducing in whatever way you want to look at that. Whether it's we're gaining more territory, we're doing this, whatever, however you want to look at it. Our population is growing, whatever you want to look at it. And as tensions loom between nations and resources start to dim in certain areas, your survival now becomes at risk. So then you have to make either bargains with other nations to get what you need to survive, or you have to go take it by force. And historically, most nations take things by force. Most people, let's just look at as people are people. If we can't get it when we ask, we're gonna take it. If push comes to shove, that's almost every human being. Most people have not been put in a position to have to use force to get what they need. But if you're put in that position and you have no choice, you're going to do it if your survival is on the line. So what Trump is saying, essentially, we're not going to have Russia and China, who are two adversaries of ours, inhabit a land that's so close that they can fire off things at will, essentially, is what I'm thinking. That's what he's saying. So he wants to take over Greenland to ensure that, obviously, America has more protection in terms of the land and the water surrounding us. And it all makes sense, but just like the whole Venezuelan thing, where they said it was about drugs and cocaine and fentanyl, but there were, boats with traces of marijuana. I think that was all that was found. I gotta assume there's something in Greenland that we need strategically, aside from the whole Russia and China being too close to us in proximity, in terms of they can obviously launch things at will if they want to. I gotta believe there has to be something else that we need, and I'm not mad if there is something else. I'm pro America all day. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Listen, I'm America all day. I ain't no motherfucking MAGA, all this extra shit, motherfucker. But listen, America all day. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about, but I was born here. I ain't leaving here. I don't need to go visit no other countries. I think every place is probably beautiful. I've been to a few places, but I've grown to realize that, to be honest, pretty much everything's the same. Water is water, sand is sand, grass is grass, a tree is a fucking tree. At the end of the day, it's what you do with the stuff around you that makes life beautiful. So to just keep going places to try to find beauty is crazy. You should just create it where you're at. So that's what I've kind of grown my mind into. And I'm happy where I'm at. I'm happy in America. Fine. I feel like, at the end of the day, people have their issues with certain parties and certain groups, and people think racism is all this, and people think anti-Semitism, all this crazy shit is here, and people are like, yeah, cool. Yeah, I understand. People are weird. I get it. But I do believe that in this country, you do have the ability to move up the ladder if you really try. If you really want it, I believe you can get where you want to get to. That whole, your race, your fucking color, your religion, all that shit is hoopla in America. If you got skills and ability and you want to get something done, you can get it done. Now, everybody ain't driving the same car, so it might take you a little longer to get there. They might have put you in the hoop-de-hoop. So you break it down a couple times, you know what I'm saying? But, it's okay. You're going to get it repaired, get it fixed up, and you're going to get back on your way, get back on the road. But you got a chance to drive the car. You got a chance to get somewhere. In a lot of places, you ain't got no chance to get nowhere. You ain't got no chance to move up. You are where you are. You're born into what you're born into. You are stuck. So at the end of the day, anybody in America talking shit about America, y'all need to get the fuck up out of here. Like, we need to be honest. So I'm not talking shit when I say when we do things about other players. Like, listen, I'm being honest. I'm just saying, like, if it's fucked up, it's fucked up. Like I know we went to America and our government and the CIA and all that shit. I know we do some fucked up shit around the world. Oh, I know it. I know we in plenty countries. You're not about to show me these movies and shit and tell me these directors and writers and shit ain't doing no research. Nah, I know we doing some fucked up shit. I know we securing things by force. I know our dollar ain't backed by shit. I know the American dollar ain't backed by shit. I know we out here pimping people through war and shit. Like I already know. I ain't boo boo the fool, and I ain't about to lie to people and say that Americans are assholes. Yeah, when I went to some other countries and the people be talking to me about Americans and shit, I wasn't. I was agreeing with a lot of the shit they were saying. I'm like, you show the fuck right. Yeah, we are arrogant as a motherfucker. Most Americans arrogant as shit. Most Americans also goofy as hell and don't know nothing. Have not read anything, have been tricked into everything. Okay, most Americans are living lies. Most Americans are depressed. Sad as shit. All right, that is the absolute truth. Okay, a lot of us live in weird lies. Okay, like weird lies and I'm saying lies, not lives. Like weird lies, and those lies are impacting people's lives. I ain't gonna lie. American people are weird. We are weird. But I'll tell you one thing, I'd rather be over here with all the weird motherfuckers and all the lying motherfuckers and all of whatever's going on in America when push comes to shove, because once war starts to happen, guess what America got? All types of sonic weapons and shit that we ain't never seen before. I think most of that UFO shit, I think most of that shit ours. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just what I think. I think a lot of that shit ours. I do think there's some shit going on in the world that who knows. You know what I'm saying? It's a big place. Y'all can say what y'all want to say, but this is a big place. This place is kind of big. I don't know. When you go outside and you look around, shit, the shit look like it don't end. And I've driven many places and the shit like it just keep going. And when I get on the lake, I'm talking about a lake. All right, I ain't even speaking about the ocean. When I get on Lake Michigan and shit, Lake Michigan like it never ends and shit. It like if you just keep get on the boat and you keep going, it just keep going. This shit feel like a video game. Like the next thing just keep opening. So this is a big ass place, and this is just our world. You know, Earth. You got all these physicists talking about there's 1,000 billion quadrillion things out there and shit. So who knows what's out there? But I do believe that you would be stupid to think that American governments and the American government and military and then these other militaries around the world and governments don't have crazy ass technology that we don't have access to. Man, yes, they don't tell us nothing. We don't get no information. They have something called classification. Who the fuck allowed them to do that shit? That's what I want to know. How the fuck we pay for everything? We pay for all this shit too. You know that, right? All these crazy weapons and shit, you pay it for it. So you should get some credit for something. Because if you pay, you're an American taxpayer, you pay it for all these weapons. Pay for all that shit. You pay for all these secret projects, all that shit, and that shit is a open bill and shit like that. Shit, they could put much money as they want into that shit. There ain't no stopping it. Just keep building, just keep creating, keep creating, and we paying for it. So at the end of the day, if you live in America, I think you should just be happy that you in a place where, if things really did hit the fan, I do believe that our survival would be, if I had to give like a percentage of survival, I'm gonna guess America's gonna probably have the highest chance. I'm gonna guess. I would probably put my money there if I was a betting man. I don't gamble, but if I was a betting man, I would put my money there. And the Gabo, the Gabo. Oh, hold on. Let me turn it down because they be trying to hit you with the copyright. Let me cut it down real quick. But it looked like the Buffalo Bills getting busy right now. Yeah, okay, game just started. So yeah, if I was a betting man, I would bet on America. I would bet on Trump, and I would bet on whatever the hell his concoctions are. But I'm not in agreement with all the stuff. I do believe we should be working together to try to make this world a better place. Okay, like to be honest, like I feel like if there are other planets and other species of things and shit, I feel like we should all be working together to figure out what that shit is and be trying to get up off this planet and get other planets and do shit like that. We should be playing like a galactic game. But for some reason, we all still on this I don't know, this grassland game. I don't know what we doing. This ocean and water, and I don't get it. I don't get it. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Because I'm about to get to this football game. I told you I was getting to the football game. I gotta get to the football game. This game's gonna be good. I gotta watch and pay attention. Um, I think you should take whatever you believe in your head and like exit times 1,000 about where our world is going to end up in terms of like calamity. Because I don't think that we make it to 2030, or a lot of us make it to 2030 unscathed. I think there's just too many tensions when it comes to what people want, and there's not enough information out there in terms of truth that people know. So a lot of us are just disposable. Like, how many of us are really needed? To be honest, look at the job market. Look at how they like. At the end of the day, this is about to get weird. It's just about to get weird. So I look at this like a movie, and I'm saying, how could this end if these countries keep battling and fighting, and all this technology keeps advancing? To me, it just seems like it ends bad. So what I'm doing right now is just taking my mind to the upteenth level and saying, all right, if there were to be a situation where we got some crazy world war again, where would I want to be? What would I want to be doing? How do I want to be positioned? And that's kind of how I'm thinking. So for me, one, I want to be in America. Two, I want to be positioned around the people of power. I do not want to be around the people who don't have resources and things like that if shit hits the fan. And then three, I want to be aware of it. So I think right now a lot of people just have to start playing a different game. Like, if things are starting to heat up, and you are just a civilian, or you're just a nobody, or you're just anybody, and you ain't got no way to use resources or get resources, and nah, fuck that. You're gonna have to be more aggressive. I think this is the year to be aggressive. If you know what you want, go take it. All right, go take it. You ain't got to use force. You could be smart. I'm just saying. But there comes a time where you got to use force. I ain't saying you should use it, but don't let nobody take nothing from you. All right, y'all. It's your boy Leroy Rich. I'm getting out of here. I'm about to watch this game. This is what I'm about to watch. I'm telling y'all. All right, we out of here. We out of here. I'll catch y'all later for a workout, and then we're gonna do some cooking too. We're gonna make some pizza today. We'll make some pizza, y'all. All right, it's your boy Leroy Mitchell. Wake that ass up, baby. Thank y'all for watching. I'll catch y'all later. Deuces.